Hey, Layden. Let's see. How are we all doing this morning? Good. Good. Oh. Let's see. Hold on a minute, Dasha. Oh, there you go again. Hey, Dasha. How you doing? Um, sure. Yeah, today spell it with change just to write it one time. You're welcome. You want to write it 3 times? No. No, I wouldn't do that. Just one time. What? You don't have any more paper?
I'm gonna do it on the paper.
Oh, that works. Yep, I'm gonna send home paper today when the new packet. So, and I got your binders that's ready to go too. You're welcome. So how's everybody else doing? Good. I see Caitlin. I see Jocelyn. I see Aiden. Or at least I know you should be there. I see Nicole. I see Layden. I see Catherine. Yes, happy early birthday. Tomorrow's Nicole's birthday. Sunday's Natalie's birthday. So happy birthday to you too. You have birthdays over this weekend. David Downs coming on. Jonathan's on. Evelyn's on. Aiden's on.
I can't see you.
I can't see you either. Can everybody else see me?
No. Yes. I see.
So I'm getting a lot of yeses, so the video is on your side to talk. Get that out. Oh, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to put up the Bible verse if we want to get started on our Bible verse. Can everybody see the Bible verse up there? No? Okay. I hit the wrong one again. Give me a minute. I'll find it. Can we see it now? Okay. For some reason, they give me 2 different slides to pick from. I always pick the wrong one. So right now we're writing our Bible verse 2 times. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that as we are waiting to make sure everyone gets on. Everyone wants to go back to Christmas. I don't blame her. Christmas is a good time to go back to right now. So we have Joshua. I see Joshua. Good morning. Good morning, Pietra. Good morning, Abigail. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Aiden. Good morning, Evelyn. Good morning, Dasha. Good morning, Jocelyn, Caitlin, Aiden. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Layden. Good morning, Catherine and her sister Daniela. And it looks like Anna on the side. Is that Anna on the side, or is it Sophia?
It's Anna.
Anna. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Jonathan. Give it a couple minutes. Copy on this. Not always.
Last 3 minutes and last night.
Sure. Oh, cool. I'm still here. I'm just going to plug something in real fast. The door just moved on its own because of the wind. And it like creaked. I think my invisible cat screamed. I think I give like another minute. Okay, let's look up here and let's say our verse together. Ready? Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. But he giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Layden, say it.
He asked and received not, because he asked amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. But he gave more grace. Don't resist the proud, and give grace unto the humble.
Good job. Jocelyn, say it.
He asked, without looking.
If you can say it without looking, that's fine. If you can say it with looking, that's okay too.
He asked and received not, because he consumed.
Because he asked.
Because he asked amiss, that ye consume it upon your lust. But God giveth more grace, that giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. You almost got it. Caitlin.
Meantime, if you not ye ask a minute, that ye may and it's up on all right, but he gives more great
Resisted. Aiden.
Okay. James 4:27. He asked and received not because he asked from it, and he may consume it upon your heart. But God gave more grace. God resisted the proud, but gave grace unto the humble.
Good job. I think that's what we did yesterday. Catherine.
Ask and receive not because he asked amiss that he may consume it upon your words. But he giveth more grace, not
Resisted.
the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. Natalie.
He asked and received not because he asked amiss that ye may consume it upon your lust. But he giveth more grace, not resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Jonathan. Okay, I want you to do it again today.
Ask and receive not because he asked amiss that he may consume it upon your lust. But he giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. Dasha.
He asked and received not because he asked amiss, and he may consider upon your lust, but he giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. And let's actually look up here. I'll maybe try later on if we have enough time to have more people say it. Let's look up here. We're going to learn our Bible lesson today. So our Bible lesson today is about men who borrowed something. And we're going back to the sons of the prophet. And the sons of the prophet lived in a, what we would call today, a dormitory. Now, a dormitory is something when you go to college, they have especially if you go to like a far away college, they'll have rooms. It'll be like a big apartment building almost with rooms where you share a room with other people and you stay there while you're in college. So they had like a dormitory where they stayed while they were in college. But the problem was the dormitory was getting too small, so they had to build a bigger one. And they had a choice. Do I build a bigger one and make it to where, and build it the way I want to or without God's permission? Or do I ask Elijah, the man of God? Because Elijah was already trusted by the students, they decided, Elijah, listen, should we build a bigger dormitory? He goes, yes, it's a good idea, go ahead. So some men went out and they got some supplies and they went to go chop down some wood and trees so that they can build a bigger dormitory. And as this man is cutting down the tree, his axe head fell off into the river. Now, I have a question. Is an axe any good without its head? No, if the sharp part that actually cuts the wood is gone, there's no way he's cutting a tree down with a stick. And the man goes, oh no, not only now can I not do the work, but I borrowed the axe. It wasn't even his axe. He borrowed it from somebody else. He's going, oh no, what am I going to do now? The axe is not cheap. It costs money. He's a student, so he didn't really have a lot of money to be able to go and buy one for somebody else. He's going, great. I borrowed something, I broke it, and now I have to return it. I can't return it broken. The axe is made of iron. So guess what iron does in water? It sinks. It doesn't float. There's no way it can. It's too heavy. There's no way the surface tension of the water keeps the iron up. The iron floats right to the bottom, so there's no way he's fitting the top of that axe pack. So he goes, and he's like, what am I going to do? So guess who he goes to? Elijah. He goes, Elijah, my axe head fell off, and it went into the middle of the river. And worst thing is, it wasn't even mine. I borrowed it. It belonged to somebody else. And now how am I going to give them back an axe head, an axe without an axe head? They can't use it. So what are we going to do? So Elijah goes and gets a branch. I think everybody but Ariana. So he goes, what am I going to do? So Elijah gets a branch and throws it into the river. And guess what happens? The axe head starts to float. And it keeps on floating to the point that the man can pick it up again. Now think of this. Iron, as I said before, iron doesn't float. It's too heavy. Therefore, the fact that the iron axe head floated and back to where the man was a miracle itself. And now the man can return the axe to its owner as a full axe. How many times in life do we borrow something from somebody else? I know every so often I borrow something. Now, if I'm borrowing like eggs or sugar or flour, I normally can't return that because I use it. Unless I go, and sometimes if I borrow it, I will go and buy them it, and it's always nice to get them back a little bit more than what they gave to me. But if I borrowed something, let's say I borrowed a computer from somebody, is it my job to make sure they get it back? Yes. And it should be gotten, I should give it back in the same condition that I received it. If I received it where it wasn't broken, I should give it back without it being broken. But what happens if it accidentally breaks when I have it? Am I still responsible for that? Yes. Should I give it back broken and say, here you go, I give it back, and it be like 100 pieces? No. I should, and yes, it's going to cost money, especially the computer, go and buy them another computer. And hopefully I didn't borrow a computer that was worth like thousands of dollars. But that's our responsibility. If we borrow something from someone, even if it's our brother or sister, if we borrow something from someone, we should give it back to them the way we borrowed it. Now, my grandma always used to say, if you borrow something from somebody, you should give it back better than when you originally got it. So if they gave it to you and maybe it was a little bit dirty, when you give it back, it should still be the way they gave it, but maybe you cleaned it up for them and it looked nicer. When we would go on vacation, we would have a hotel room. We always tried to make sure before we left that the things looked better than before we came in. It's a good test, but second of all, it makes people that if you needed to borrow something again, they would let you. But unfortunately, guess what a lot of people have today? An attitude where, oh, I borrowed it, it must have already been broken when I got it, so therefore I'm just going to give it back. If we borrow something and we need to give it back, at least the way we got it, if not better than the way we got it. That's called responsibility or being responsible. And as we get older, there's a lot of things in life that we're going to learn that we need to be responsible with. One is things that people let us borrow. Second is, guess what? We got to be responsible with our time. How do we be responsible with our time? That one's a little bit hard because I can't get time back. I can't give time back. So how can I be responsible with my time? Donald?
That's why it's an activity here by people on the level too. So they can take up with time instead of the time.
Yep. Make sure that if you have to be somewhere at a certain time, make sure you're there at that time. David, how can we be responsible with our time? You have your hand up? Okay. Okay. Guess what? A lot of you right now are being responsible with your time. Over this last week, guess what? We've been responsible to make sure we got to class on time. Now, yes, our mom or our dad might have helped us do that, but we were responsible to get here. As you're in class, guess what? You are responsible with your time. I see a lot of you that are working. I see a lot of you that are even getting some things done a little bit early and maybe even having some more free time during this. You are being responsible with your time. When I have work to do, guess what I should do? I should get the work done and then have fun. That's another way I can be responsible with my time. How about if our mom asked us to do something or our dad asked us to do something and we don't want to do it? You know what a lot of times we will wind up doing if we don't want to do something? We will go and go, I'll do it later, after this, or I do what I'm doing right now so slow that I don't have time later to do it. Is that being responsible with our time? No, it's not. So through life, guess what? Not just now, throughout life, there's going to be more things that you need to be responsible with. You need to be responsible with other people's things. You need to be responsible with your time. Do you know you're responsible for your actions also? I know, like with younger brothers and sisters, sometimes it's hard. It goes, your younger sister broke your mom's favorite picture. You know what? Especially if they're real young, they like to try to say they did it. But you know, sometimes we like to blame other people too. We did it, but maybe no one's seen us do it. We try to say, oh, they did it, or it fell over by itself. My favorite one is, oh, the cat knocked it over. Blame the cat. Who's going to get mad at the cat, right? But is that taking responsibility for our own actions? No. The man in our story not only took responsibility for the act, he took responsibility for his own action. Maybe the axe was already half broken when he got it and he didn't know it. Maybe the owner of it already had the axe head fall off and just put it back on and forgot to secure it. So maybe it wasn't even fully this man's fault. But we don't see this man saying, oh, it wasn't my fault. We see him saying, it's my fault, let me fix it. Our actions affect other people, and guess what? We got to take responsibility for them. If we did something that was wrong, we need to take responsibility for it. We like taking responsibility for things that we do right, but when we do something wrong, do we always like taking responsibility for it? No, especially if we have another brother or sister that we can blame. But is that right either? It's not. If we did something wrong, we should take responsibility for ourselves and be responsible. That's what the Lord wants us to do. Any questions? Joshua, you had your hand up. You had a question or something?
I was gonna say you have to blame Daniel's dancing in the water.
Daniel's dancing in the water?
Thanos.
Who's Thanos?
From Avengers.
Oh, okay. That's with the axe going in the water? Yeah, so we could blame tons of other people. But does that change the fact? Nope, it doesn't. We need to take responsibility for what we do, whether it's with our time, with our actions, or with things that we borrow. Catherine?
Some little ones say when they do something, they tell the truth, but they say like they're 3, and then they say I'm only 3.
Yeah, some kids learn really much that when they're a certain age, even though they might have done it, they can get away. They try to get away with it by just their age, or they'll say, "But I'm so cute." Another excuse, "But I'm so cute," or "It was so funny." Donald.
This video of mother was baby David. That there was a baby girl that she had a sister, and then she had like a sister something higher and she had it on a jewel, and then when the dog came, it said, "Where's your sister?" And he said, "They're trying to see mom." And this, and he started
Oh. Yeah, we don't want to blame somebody else, right? Okay, so let's go back to our Bible verse, and let's see if I can get it back up here again. Can we see that? Shake your head, yes, good. Okay, so I picked the right one. So let's have Athendil say it.
Okay, James 4:36. We ask and receive not because we ask any wisdom that we may consume it upon your lust, but he giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. Pietra, say it. You're muted on your end. There we go.
We ask and receive not because we ask of it, that he may consume it upon your lust, but he giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. Donald, say it.
Yes, and listen, obviously, after this, that you get it, if you didn't know that God teaches that they play unto the humble.
Good job. David, say it.
Yes, and listen, obviously, God, okay, that they go in the hard way. They use that for God, because
Good job. Joshua, say it.
ask and receive not because we ask amiss that we may consume it upon your lust. But he giveth more grace. God resists the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Good job. Aiden, say it. Good job. Evelyn, say it. Good job. Nicole, say it. Good job. Everyone say it. So let's say it together. Ready? Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. But he giveth more grace. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Good job. I'm going to sign off this one. In a couple minutes, we have our next one. So I will see everybody in about 3 minutes.